Hey guys, this is Nefarious411 with episode 34 of my Monster Feed the Beast server play series. In the previous episode, we created at least the main portion of what is going to become our library, and I am going to actually probably finish this off camera because it's really no different in design than the other two buildings, and I'm going to make the corner buildings, the large one like this. I will probably have bookshelves and all of that stuff around this new building, but I am going to put that on hold for a little bit because I'm kind of impatient. Whenever I'm walking around the base, I actually want to travel a little bit faster. These travel anchors work somewhat decent, but I'm having to memorize which ones to actually click on, and that's getting kind of cumbersome. So in this episode, I want to investigate a new, well, at least new to me, mechanic for traveling around the base, and this is going to be basically my travel building. And I'm going to make it the same size as that smaller building that I have my production stuff in. But this is going to be where I'm going to have all of my link books, portals, everything else that I'm currently using in the back of the building, like all of these link books and that portal and stuff like that. They're all going to be moving to this new building. So I grabbed a bunch of marble, and I am going to go ahead and start building out this new facility. Alright guys, so I was able to do all of the work outside, and I actually ran out of potentia while I was doing everything, so let me go ahead and clean up my inventory just a tad, and that's probably good for now. And let's just take a look at what we have. I forgot to put this back on. I almost jumped off the side. Alright, so there we go. I extended the wall all the way down. I might, in between episodes, clear out all of this, because I think a wall going all the way across will make it look a little bit more castle-like, which is kind of cool. And in here, I put this little dirt ledge right here because this is going to be where the floor is going to be. I just wanted to make sure that I at least accounted for the floor area. And this right here is going to be the floor of this room, which is the exact same level as my production room over there, Y level 94. And I am going to probably seal this off. I might have other floors down here, but we should at least figure out how we're going to do the transport first. And right now, I am going to do a portal gun. That way, I have faster access, at least for the time being. And I should be able to clean up some of this inventory. What kind of floor do I have? I guess I didn't need to throw away my marbles. I lost my marbles. Let's see, which one is that? Is it this one? Yeah. Alright, cool. So that will probably be a good floor. I can go ahead and put this here, use my builder's wand, and try to extend it. I also need lighting in here. Let me actually grab some, maybe a wrath lamp. I hope I have one already, and I do. Nice. I'll just place this down in the middle for now, just to have some lighting while I'm working. Might actually be the light that I use, I don't know yet. Alright, so let's make a quick job of this. Oop, ran out. Alright, cool. So I'll Wand of Equal Trade the rest of the floor in here, and I should probably go ahead and grab some great oak. There we we go. And it's going to require a couple of stacks. And let me stretch this across. Nice. So this is actually going to work out fairly well. Alright, so let me, in between recording here, I am going to finish the floor here, do the Wand of Equal Trade, prepare this room. Get rid of that lighting glitch. I hate lighting glitches. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare this room for our faster travel. Alright guys, I am back and I have completed quite a bit over here. If I come downstairs, you can see that I guess I could have used my portal. I have done the Wand of Equal Trade on the other floor, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this room yet. I might have to do that in between episodes. But let's go ahead and take a look at enhanced portals. Guess I can't type it like that. Or is it just one word? Portals. Yeah, it's one word. Alright, so there's actually a few blocks that we have to create for this, and this is Enhanced Portals 3, I believe that's in this mod pack. I have already constructed some of it. I went over to the workshop because Enhanced, I probably need that to not be synchronized. There we go. That way it stays there every time, which is a lot easier for me right now. Get rid of the Geostrata things. So I have to create some of these portal frames, these dimensional bridge stabilizers, and a couple of portal controllers, redstone interfaces, and network interfaces. There's other blocks that I want to play around with. But let's at least take a look at the generic. And you can see that I also played around with the IC2 teleporter, and that wasn't going to work for me. And let me go ahead and grab all of these parts, clean up my inventory, because I don't need this stuff right now. I will come back to it whenever I need it. There we go. And let me go ahead and throw all of this stuff into my hotbar. That way it's readily available. Alright, so this does require power. So I will have to tap into the capacitor bank. And it does look like I will need a conduit. Oops, I did not type in the right place. There we go. Not an item conduit, but energy conduit. And let's go ahead and run back here. I will probably need to turn this into an official room because I'm always back here. I do need to move that at some point. But for now, let me just turn the volume down so it doesn't distract us too much. For this, it's in the NEI tooltip where you can create a minimum of a 2x2x3 or 2x3x2, but you can create additional sizes to the top, and each row adds additional I think it's simultaneous connections, portal connections. But let me increase this room a little bit. I don't know how large I'm going to have this. I will just do the 12 blocks for now, and we'll take a look at that. And it doesn't look like anything right now, but as soon as you hit it with a wand, or not a wand, but a crescent hammer, or it actually has its own wrench in here. It's really no different than a crescent hammer, so crescent hammers do work. I prefer crescent hammers. You might have your own preferences. But it does have a user interface, and it does, by default, the smallest configuration possible is 30,000 RF. Um, and right now there's no portals, and I'm not going to explain, I guess I needed more than that. I'm not going to explain all of the instability and stuff like that. I'm just going to have mine on normal mode, and this keeps turning off. I guess if you don't have the synchronized with NEI, it doesn't put your cursor in there by default, which is kind of a pain. So let me run over here and put some power to it. Run it high enough where it doesn't, oops. Guess I need it 1 over. There we go. That should be receiving power, and it did. Cool. And as I said, this does require quite a bit of power to operate one of these portals, so we'll have to have a mechanism to turn the portals off whenever they're not in use. But let me go ahead and grab some location cards, and I did create most of these off camera. So let's take a look at the recipes for these real quick. They're pretty simple. This one requires some resident ender, 150 millibuckets per fluid in the transposer for the empty bridge stabilizer, and that just gives you 1, so you need 12 of those. And each one of these requires a machine frame, some electrum, and redstone reception coils. I think in other packs and by default, the recipes are quite a bit different than this. I think they use like gold blocks or diamond blocks or something like that. But in the Monster Feed the Beast pack, it uses all of the thermal expansion recipes. So then we need some portal frames. That's pretty simple, just a machine frame with some stone and quartz around it. And each portal will need a portal controller, and that's just one of the portal frames with a diamond, redstone. We have to use destabilized redstone with a fluid transposer, 200 millibuckets on that one. I believe each redstone is 100 millibuckets, so 2 redstone per. And then a network interface is resonant ender again, 125 millibuckets. And I am not going to do anything with a dialing device. I probably will change these to the dialing device. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that. Before I continue too far, let me create the special glasses needed for this. And you'll see here in a little bit why I need that. And I should probably create these two. Let me just wait on that. I might create that later. But I think I have at least the minimum necessary. So these location cards, if I open up this interface, I have to link it with one of these dimensional bridge stabilizers. That way each portal will know what the stabilizer is, and this will allow us to connect with different portal networks and stuff like that. And whenever you have the location cards in here, it changes the tooltip to location set. So then all of the portals will actually be linked back to this bridge stabilizer. Alright, so let me run back up here, and I haven't really decided where I'm going to have these. I'll probably just put them across from each other for now, and I can change them later. So in short, you have the ability to create whatever shape and size of portal that you want. So if I want something weird like this, as long as I can walk through it, that should be fine. Let me just leave it like that for now. And let me replace these 3 blocks, one with a portal controller, one with a redstone interface, and one with a network interface. And if I didn't have my glasses on, you can see that the blocks blend in very well. Wayla will tell you, if you look at the top of my screen, you can see that Wayla is telling me which one's which, but it's probably easier if you have your glasses on, these little 3D glasses, and that'll show you which block is which is kind of nice. So let me grab one of these cards, pop it into the controller, and you can see I just pointed at my monitor for some reason, like you can see that. In the chat, it says portal initialized. So that way we know it works, and all of these become connected textures, which is pretty cool. All right, so now we must assign the portal controller a unique identifier. And since there's going to be multiple people on the server, and I don't want to conflict with any of their portals, I'll probably start all of mine with the diamond horse armor, and that'll be basically an indicator that it's within my group of portals. So on this one, let me just do Nether Star, save that, and now I can dial to this portal using this combination. This is basically its phone number, if you will, or if you are a Stargate fan, these are the chevrons that you need to lock into place in order to dial another portal. All right, nothing really big about the redstone interface. It does have a GUI little window here that pops up, and we're not going to do anything with this. There's complicated setups that you can do, but I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. And here's the network interface. And this is basically if you have multiple portals that you just automatically want to open, they have to be within the same network. So on this one, I could just basically use my key as the first one, and I will just do like the diamond or nether diamond network. All right. So now it shows that we have one networked portal, and that's probably all we need on this. So let me actually come over here and put it in a different room just so that we can see that it actually behaved itself. And let me just create a random shaped portal. And it's not too random, I guess, since it's just square or rectangular. And let me replace this one with the redstone, and we'll see that one here in a little bit. Controller, no, that's the network interface. Let me just put the controller down there, the network interface, and then the rest of the portal, and grab one of these location cards, right click it on the portal controller. So now I should be able to right click on this, give this one a unique identifier, and for this one I'll just do diamond, or since this is the processing room, maybe I'll do the iron, and that's the unique identifier for this portal. And come up here, and this is the network ID, so it's going to be the same network as we set on the other portal, and you can see that now there are two networked portals in the, well, two portals in the network. So let me grab a lever, grab a couple at least, and I should be able just to pop that there, turn it on, and you can see there's my portal. And if I walk through it, I'm on the other side. And I have a block here for some reason. Weird. And you can see that this oddly shaped portal actually works. And I can actually put a lever here, and it's in the off state, it's in the on state. Walk through really quick. I don't have any kind of delay. It's not like a link book where it might take a little bit for it to readjust. It might if you're traveling large distances, but whenever I'm just traveling between buildings, this is actually very quick. Works pretty well. I could come down here. Let me go downstairs. While the portal is activated, let's see how much power it's using. I don't know if it's anything to worry about. Doesn't look like this is being affected any. But, is that actually doing anything? Let me just hook this up real quick. Of course, it's going to use a lot more power just so that it fills up the buffer. But as soon as that finishes, it looks like, well, it's hovering around probably an average of 500 RF per tick. Let me run upstairs and turn that off real quick and see. I'm hoping that it drops down to near 0. I know that the power monitor itself uses a tiny amount of RF, but yeah. So whenever the portals are active, it uses... That is loud. Whenever the portals are active, this actually does use quite a bit of power. So we will want to make sure that we turn them off whenever they're not in use. And also for the fact that if the portal is connected, there's no way for anybody else to dial into this portal and activate it and come through, because it's basically sort of like a telephone where you'll get a busy signal, so to speak. So there we go. The thing that I don't like, let me turn the sound back up. It makes the nether sound, the nether portal sound, and that's pretty obnoxious. So let me take a look at, let me see, which one is it? The module manipulator requires one of these blank portal modules. Should probably create these as patterns, to be honest. So let me add a pattern for the blank one. And I'm running out of space on that page. This one's still good. Kind of group them together. It's a personal preference of mine. I might do that. That might be fine. Of course, it doesn't have all of the other recipes, and some of these recipes are pretty expensive, and I don't have the equipment because I'm shying away from the thermal expansion. I might change my mind now that I'm using the enhanced portals, and I'm kind of needing a fluid transposer, and I don't know of any other way to do that other than thermal expansion. So let me go ahead and create one of those module manipulators. See if I can. Okay, so it's needing the portal frames. Let me just throw those in there. Cool, and that seemed to have worked. Module manipulator. And now I want to play around with some of these different modules. The particle destroyer will actually stop the particles from being created. So let me craft about 10 of these for now, just so that I can play around with them. There we go. So that's the particle destroyer. Rainbow particles, it's really no different, except for all of these little particles will be random colors like a rainbow. Might be kind of cool for some people. Here's the portal silencer, and that's kind of the one that I want. And this is going to take a note block. Cool. Might as well create a couple of those. Silencer. Cool. And kind of like this one. This is a portal cloaking, but it doesn't look like it has a recipe. So this is the particle shader, but it doesn't look like there's a recipe for portal cloaking. I'll have to find out why that is. because that'll basically make the portal frames invisible unless you have these 3D glasses on. And you notice that whenever I take them off, I should probably turn this off, the blocks are no longer identifiable, which is very cool. And featherfall mode, basically if for some reason you decide to put a portal way up in the air so that whenever you go through it you fall a long distance, this one will actually negate any fall damage that you could have whenever coming through the portal. And it's kind of interesting. And ethereal frame. That one's deprecated, so that one doesn't do anything. Alright, so let me actually create... So these are ones that you can add directly to the portal manipulator. So let me go ahead and break one of these blocks, put the module manipulator here, and anytime that you change the portal, you notice that the connected textures aren't there anymore. Let me put my glasses back on. Did I throw those in the network? Glasses. Or I'm blind. Are they not called glasses? Well, they're called glasses. Why do I not... Oh, they're on my face. I don't think they were on my face just a second ago. Okay, anyways, you right-click on this and it reconfigures the portal. So now we should be able to right-click this with the wrench. And we have the portal modules. So let me go ahead and add the silence one. Turn this back on. And if you listen closely, sound is up. Oop. I did not mean to walk through it. This side you can hear it. But this side, silence. Yay. I kind of like that one. And let's take a look at the particle destroyer. And there we go. No particles. Sweet. So I'm hoping that the particle destroyer, I'm hoping that it'll at least prevent at least client lag for having to render all of those particles. So now it's as simple as turning it on and off, and we're good to go. I think pressure plates should work for this. Oops, I keep forgetting that doesn't focus. Let me just grab a normal pressure plate, come over here, and you can see that it turned on, and oh, well that's convenient. It turns off as soon as I go through it. I guess if you're going fast enough it should be fine because of the fact that it the pressure plate stays on for just a little bit. I might want it to be delayed a little bit longer. Obviously, whenever I heard that. Why do I hear that? Oh, that's kind of weird. I guess it takes a little bit for it to realize that there's a module in there. Or not. Because now I don't hear it. I'm wondering if I was hearing this side. Because this side doesn't have the modules in it. And now I can't hear this side for some reason. Yeah, there are some weird things going on with that. Alright, so that should be enough for us to at least travel around the base fairly quickly. I don't know if I want to have individual portals all over the place, or I can use a dialer. So let me grab a dialer real quick. And they spelled dialer really weird with two L's. I guess it's not synchronized. All I have to do is come over here. And dialing device. And it's one of these. Ugh, I don't have any more of those. Might have to create that off camera. Basically what that does... well, let me go ahead and craft one. Let me run over to the workshop, craft one, and I will demonstrate. Alright, that wasn't terrible. It did take a little bit because the liquid transposer isn't exactly the fastest thing in the world, but I should probably hurry with this because we are running low on time. So let me grab that dialing device. And over here, we do have to pop off this network interface because you can't have a dialing device and a network interface on the same portal. So here, we should be able just to do, what was that portal over there? I cannot remember. I remember the network. Um, Let me run over there real quick and take a look. This is Nether Star. Alright. That's not terrible. So if I dial Horse Armor Nether Star, add that, and you can name it whatever you want. Since this isn't permanent, I'm just going to do that. And we can click on that, and it should dial. Does not have a dialing device. What does that mean? It does. It's a dialing device right here. Oh. Apparently that portal has to have a dialing device as well. So let me create another one of these just for demonstration purposes. I'm not out too much. And take off the network interface. Reconfigure. Cool. And now we should be able to do it. Let me just hope. Dial. There we go. I guess it doesn't need this whenever you're using the dialing device because automatically does the portal. Yeah, I guess that doesn't do anything now. Now we can just terminate the connection, or we can dial this side, and that was diamond, right? No. What did I use for the other side? Iron. Yeah, that's right. Cool. So now, I don't know if this one's more or less convenient. Let me place that torch real quick. That was not a torch. That was kind of weird. I don't know if that's more or less convenient. Might be able to do something with computer craft on this to automatically dial specific quote-unquote numbers. But that is pretty cool, and we should be able to put this around the base. One last thing before we go is this nano brush. This is going to be pretty cool. I should be able to just, can I just right click anywhere on this? Okay, cool. No custom icons found. Well, let's say that we want the portal to be pink. Ooh, it's probably because we didn't terminate the connection. There we go. So now the portal color's pink. You can change it to whatever colors that you want, which is kind of cool. You can have different particle effects, but that's not going to affect me because I'm killing the particles. Frame. So on this we have the ability to create it as a facade. So if we wanted it to look, I think it has to be a full block, but changing it to cobblestone, I think this needs to be off whenever you do that. Yeah. So you can see that it looks like cobblestone. Take my glasses off. You can still see the dialing device because obviously that's like picking up a telephone. You have to know that it's there in order to call somebody. But then you also have the ability to change colors. So if I make this one mostly red, save that. And that is weird that it's doing that. Let me relog and see if that fixes it. Yeah, it looks like it fixed it quite a bit. So if I continue doing this, I don't know if it's going to, yeah, it does it again. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's kind of weird. Doesn't seem to want to update. It might work better with a client-only pack. It might be because I'm on a server that it's working this way, but then I can reset it and block update it. It turns back into cobble. And you also have, I don't know if factory blocks would work. Let me actually check that. That would be kind of spectacular. If I can come over here, right click it here, change the facade to that, do my block update. Okay, so it doesn't do the connected textures, but might still be able to blend in with the rest of my surroundings. I should have some marble in here. That is not marble. What? Sorry about that, guys. It looks like I'm having a couple of issues with my connection to the server tonight. I don't know if it's because of this mod. It might be whenever you're interacting with these blocks, but should work fine on a single player. Let me change it to that. That one is a little bit better because this one doesn't really require connected texture, so I might do something more along this line. But I do think that we have exceeded our time for today. We do have the portal here, which is pretty cool. We should be able to redistribute this portal idea to all of the major rooms around the base and have like a central hub over here. And I was playing around with different portal ideas. I don't know which one I'll go with. I don't even know if it's going to be up here or down here. Probably makes sense to be down here. But we should be able to distribute that, dial out to anywhere that we want, have faster travel, not have to worry about these travel anchors and memorizing where all of them lead to. And I'll probably do that in between episodes. So whenever we come back, we're going to have all of the portals in place, at least for the places that I've finished. Obviously, I haven't finished my library, but I'll have some in my Thumbcraft room, and there's a creeper up there, not sure why. And in the all the different productions room. But for now, I need to go. And if you like the video, go ahead and rate the video down below. And also, if you like the series, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But for now, this is goodbye.